So I honestly forgot where we were. It's been a blur of a day.
These boots have seen everything. Better not be cursed.
I don't think anyone's gonna talk about stuff.
First act is Archduke, my lord. We prepare an arc. The steel watch will be mobilized. Next, we identify all enemies within our walls.
To camp. Father should know of Ansur's fate.
Are you just gonna keep repeating that?
Her sun will rise.
Ha
Enemies within.
First in my heart.
Why did you just say
To
that?
camp. Father should know of Ansur's fate.
Well, that's two fucking bugs. Like, you're gonna keep doing that. You're gonna keep looping that. And then why are you saying first in your heart when I'm talking to Will? We've never romanced him. That is literally just for Lae'zel. Like, are you not gonna say anything when I click on her too? Oh, that's a fucking bug.
And if the Steel Watch can't protect us, what then?
The flaming fist stand ready. With God.
You will see sense, and you will bring Orange Netherstone with you. Come without it, and my lords.
And why does she keep randomly dancing when we're not in camp? That's, I think, another bug. She didn't used to do that out in the wilderness when we were traveling. And didn't you say something about meeting you upstairs or some BS?
Prepare an arc.
And this place is just super not optimized. Guess we can't do anything here. He disappeared after the ceremony? What? He's clearly still there. God. Aw. There's so many bugs just piling up right now. I mean, I normally don't care about these because we just kind of handle them anyways as they happen, but like... Let's just see what happens next. Zora was over here.
Amicus animalis.
God, that whole area just really annoyed me. That's a problem. Programming-wise, that is a problem.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated.
Is that what you mean by the he disappeared after the ceremony in the journal? Because why would we write that in our journal if we didn't see it happen?
Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
My line's
know
glitching
something.
on her hair and her shoulder thing.
I know enough.
That's not supposed
I'll
to be
be in
blonde
your
looking.
camp if you want to work something out.
Oh, so you're going there now. Well, are you still bugged?
To camp.
Oh my
Father should
god.
know of Ansel's fate.
That's literally gonna ruin me for a while. And it's so many bugs. I think in terms of actual baseline bugs, that whole ceremony has been the most I've seen clustered together the entire game. Like, other than, you know, the drivers with DirectX and Vulkan just being a POS sometimes. But we'll get through this. Okay, so the ox that transformed into an apple has left us. Seems it left us a note. And a ring. Shapeshifter's boon ring. Shapeshifter's boon. While shape-shifting or disguising yourself, gain a 1d4 bonus to all checks. Huh. I'm a talented shapeshifter too. I can shapeshift a thin body into a fat body. All I need is a steady supply of mince pies and mulled wine. Overheard in a tavern in Daggerford. I guess that's a good ring, but like... I don't know if I'll actually have a use for it, though. Slightly slimy. Thanks for getting me in. I owe you one. I guess that's not the end of the slime ox. So now that we're actually in the city, probably not fighting. That should be fine like that. Let's try to ignore that. Guess we'll save.
Never wanted the easy path. I need a quick word.
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. By then, it will be too late. I can't help the dead, but I can warn the living. Stay the path and obey the law, and you have nothing to fear.
Old Flaming Fist, I would probably still be fearful. Right now? Y'all are still kind of okay despite the situation. Why did you switch like that? What? No, no. There we go.
I mean, no. I mean,
Are you drunk? Is that what this is?
of course not. Simply tell me why you're here.
Why is that name familiar?
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Our
Of course,
heads are
madam.
actually
Let me
moving.
just... Forgive me. Why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Lord, can't you tell there's something wrong with her?
Excuse me, citizen, but if this is a criminal matter, it's my business, not yours. Now, madam, if you'll just tell me why you're here, I'll take down the details.
What's happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
Hey, I don't want to reload this early, but a moment like that having a random Arcana check, that seems important. And we're gonna get it.
Madam, tell me.
You catch the barest tendrils of
There we
magic
go.
coiled around the flaming fist.
Took forever.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
There we go. Why was that roll so hard to do? Plus, wouldn't like magic sense kind of be like a passive thing? Oh boy. Oh, well, lucky me.
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What's happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
Nonsense, I'm fine. Madam, tell me why you're... here, and I will assist.
God, you're right. Something's wrong with her.
There you go.
Can you help me? I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The flame fist was my last resort.
The light is still funking with y'all's hair
I'm so
incorrectly.
afraid. I'm so tired. I've been looking night and day everywhere I could. You will? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, Unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one.
Quick doesn't necessarily mean weak.
Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaids, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Right.
I apologize for the hassle that woman caused. Such time wasters and troublemakers are a plague on the Flaming Fist.
Yeah, you're looking actually kind of good for an NPC.
I have a city to protect, refugees to manage, and an army on my door. I do not have time to chat.
Sorry about that.
Blaise Portier is perfectly fine. She's simply under tremendous pressure. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, I've heard that excuse IRL as an excuse for somebody's poor work ethic, and I'm like, how much have you been dealing with for how long? I don't buy those types of excuses, like, ever.
Cooking as fast as I can. Those fists have got bottomless bellies, I swear.
Well, there's a lot of them, and they're kind of being active, so they're going to be hungrier than normal. There is an entrance. You're just going to let me go in? Skittle? What?
A new client? What a thrill. For you? Laterally? Some call me the Great Collector. Others, the Merchant of Mysteries. But you, my friend, you can call me Skittle. Step up and marvel at the spectacular wonders on offer.
How radical.
Artifacts most priceless. Should one call a prison her home? The prison's pipes are a veritable maze of cracks and crannies. What a rat finds, a rat keeps. Captives have wants and needs. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty, to fulfill them.
I don't like what you're insinuating.
Indeed, my mirthful mate. Care to take a squeak at my fan-rapstical wares?
I love all of these rhyming puns. It's just been ratified by the local merchants guild.
My enterprise is a more covert sort. I do my dealings in squeakret.
Oh, this is amazing. It must be difficult to obtain goods in prison. What does that entail?
The prison's pipes are a veritable maze. Captives have wants and needs, my bountiful patron. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty.
I'd like to take a squeak. Okay, what do you got? Universal resistance, okay. You get scrolls. I've been looking for you. Counting house safe number 2 key? Oh, come on. Okay. So I can't get the key from you? Why is the key bugged? Okay, well, let's get these two. And what is a rat going to do with money?
Is that all?
Oh my god. Let's save right here.
Step up and let Skittles sort you out.
Okay, that's got to be another bug. Like, what? Come on.
Is that all?
Oh, wait, let me try the... There's barter and
Step up
trade. Let me try
and
the
let
other one.
Skittles sort you out.
Get trade. There we go. That's one way to get around a bug. Are you actually in my inventory? I think you are.
Is that all?
Okay. I'm surprised we did that through a lock gate, but okay. And we have this key ring. Did you auto sort into here? Yep, you're in there. All right, we got it. And then you...
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Yes. I've been waiting for so long for this spell to show up. Okay, we don't really need Gust of Wind, so... Yes. There we go. Now I'm a happy boy.
Can't give up now.
It was worth coming in here.
One day I'll
God,
catch
is
a break.
this rat the only reason to come in here? Wow. Oh, there's literally no one in prison down here.
What's up for discussion?
Quiet day, mostly. Don't go spoiling it.
Nah. This day just got better with the rat. The rat puns. There's an exit. Sentence. This day here found is Floric, former councillor to the fore, arraigned in camera before the High Magistrate, accused, tried, and convicted of treason, sedition, and incitement of unrest, and hereby duly sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead. Thus die all traitors to the state of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Orders from Duke Ravengar.
Here we go.
From the desk of the Duke. Be warned, the Upper City is to be closed off to all coming and going, effective indefinitely. No queries will be taken at this time. Strength and security. I get the feeling we shouldn't leave that here.
Seek and you shall find me.
Someone's reported a theft in this area. It seems you're the likely culprit.
Where did you come from?
What will you do?
Where did you come from? God, is that another bug? Like, did you just sneak up? Were you always there? I didn't see anyone in this room when we walked in. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. God, no, this happened before in that one house. When we were trying to open, you know, the row of those, like, 5 beds. And it's just, God, there's no reason for them to know that I'm doing that.
Nothing.
Okay. The room is empty. There's no one here. No one has line of sight. Leave these in case they do anything. Take this like I said I would.
Open up.
Key. Okay. Saving right here. There's no one in here.
The air is ripe with magic.
Just us.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
A vandal's been damaging property around here. You have a feeling you're under suspicion.
Why did the 3 of you run in here? What do you mean vandalism? What the hell is going on? Oh, this is annoying. Like, is Gale just literally shouting that spell with everything he has? Like, is he just putting his heart and soul into just screaming the spell's name? Because, like, we're in a closed room. There's no one in there. No line of sight. Then all 3 of them run in? Like, and now one of them came in.
An act of vandalism has taken place. You might...
It's being inconsistent, too. So, the first time it was, what, the gnome that ran in? Second time it was the whole 3 of them. And this time it was the lady. Like, what? It's not making sense. It's being inconsistent and it's not making sense. Okay. I guess it's safe to say that Gale is just he likes screaming out the name of his spells. That's all it is. So now I gotta waste a lockpick. After finally getting the knock spell. It's a 20? Hooray for a crit. Yeah, so that has to be it. He's just screaming his damn spell. Okay. Global, that's a good one. Crumbling file. That's report unknown actor influencing city politics. It has come to our attention that an individual calling themselves the Emperor, a suspected blank, has been exerting an undue amount of power over influential actors within the city, including members of the Duke and Council. While there has been no report of nefarious intent, the unofficial and secretive nature of this individual's doings has raised the alarm amongst several sources. If this Emperor really is a blank, we must take swift action to ensure blank has not become blank. Okay, how old is that thing?
Very well.
I guess I'm just not going to bother using the spell again.
Couple turns should do it.
18. At least I stocked up on thieves' tools. There we go. 3's fair. Really? Y'all hid that in here? Oh, well, I'm not going to talk to you. Oh, it's just the literal armory.
What a charmer.
You know
On
what?
my way.
I am not normally a thief. But, I'm taking this as compensation for my emotional distress.
Never a dull moment. Should mind my step. Right tool will do the trick.
Come on, let's go.
Basic magic weapons, so we'll get some money out of these. Alright, that worked out actually.
No time to rest. Swift as my feet can carry me.
And there should be no reason they should stop us. Oh.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Oh, we're done down here. I'm gonna miss that rat. What is... doing this in front of you, I might get in trouble.
Tempers are rising. It's clear.
Well, you're not someone whose attitude really matters. Well, that was a nice detour.
I should speak up.
Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
Becomes the first ever Archduke. Silver Bell Melody Extravaganza coming soon. Why do we have this picture up here? Pretty on her sheet. Splendid custom retire. Drizzt impersonator ousted from Orcish festival. Oh, I love that. That's a nice little Easter egg. But who is this? Some druid.
Oh, you
you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected.
Well, yeah, I'm a drow. The drow were canonically like what? 5'4", 5'5" at their highest height? If I remember correctly. Rude.
My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to.
You don't look like a journalist.
Why, the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, of course. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. If I told you, you'd lose the fun of reading it yourself. It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you. I bet you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
Used to think those things were gonna make me feel safer. Not anymore.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
Unconscious.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
Some of y'all still sound like the traditional Flaming Fist of the old days.
If all these folks can just keep their shit together, maybe nobody else will get hurt. Maybe.
Yeah, those are the bullies I've come to expect. Why?
Offer's still there. Go on. Have a swing.
Tried that once. They took the gold and hit me anyway. Better this way. I still leave with gold in my pockets. So, you having a go or not?
So I paid you.
I just want a little look.
I just paid you.
Back for more? I don't mind. So long as you're...
Not over.
You just take my money and walk away. Like what? Okay, I'm not gonna bother with this. It's clearly another bug. Seems to be a lot of those today. I Wonder if what would happen if I walked by with Shadowheart holding the Lathander weapon. Would he be upset with me blinding him? Information you wanted. You arrived. The temple membership is growing. I'll tell you all about their so-called tribunal. Meet me tomorrow. You know where. Following words written in blood. I found you. You didn't come. Don't you realize I am risking my neck for you? I can't have this information sitting on me. They'll find me. I'll give you one last chance. Meet me tonight or never contact me again. The Department of Drains and Underways is aware of the issue of the penetrating stench emanating from the round street hatches that provide access to city sewers. The tribe of gutter kobolds contracted to maintain free flow in the sanitation tunnels appears to have been slain or driven away by forces or circumstances unknown, and the resulting backup is responsible for the unpleasant odor. The department is taking appropriate measures to remedy the situation, but in the meantime, do not attempt to address the situation yourselves. Citizens are prohibited from using the round street sewer access hatches. Leave sanitation to the professionals. Yes, the sewers, everyone's favorite playground. Well, it's not red.
Ah, excellent choice.
Looking ahead. Another step forward. This court displayed. And there's nothing random about it.
That sucks. Ooh, that sucks. Oh, hey, ball symbols down there. Oh, fake.
The corpse remains.
Oh, I didn't think I'd find that here. Send to camp. Balthazar the Fifth. The effigy of Balthazar, who lacked ambition. What use his refusal? He thought himself free, but destiny claimed his corpse the same. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood. We're in the red. So you came in, made an offering to Baal. I see that little pattern. This is a small house. What? Wait, what? This was supposed... This looks like this was meant to be like a shared... a communal watering room. Like, what? Yeah, that's a problem. Hooray for exploration. So we have 2 parts of the clown now.
The Elmstone Tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
I'd be surprised if they were.
Oh, you actually want one? Sorry, I can't sell you any right now, but you can look. Mum will be back soon. I mean, shopkeeper will be back soon.
Oh, child. Thank you for repairing my wife's face. She's been sad ever since the upper city was sealed and she can't see her siblings, and this will go a long way to cheer her up. As the vase was a gift from them, I've added a gratuity to your fee to cover your rush and in gratitude for the care you took. Hey, I was wondering when I would see some of y'all again.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached. Working. What else? Alan's short on coppers. The counting house is screwing him over. He was willing to hire anyone who'd work for cheap. And I'm nothing if not cheap.
Maybe don't be proud about that. Oh, we can... Oh. You are priceless.
Oh, you are smooth, hero. I knew there was a reason I missed you. I need to get back to work, but stick around. You brighten the place up.
Hey, that is a bet. You're a good noodle, Lacrissa. I did kind of miss you as an NPC a little bit.
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think, or me for that matter.
I mean, is he too young?
Refugees everywhere.
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
My sister Gerva has talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, but I got a job to finish first.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness? You know that's right, Stug. If Uktar sends someone after you, I'll back you up. And so will the rest of the knights.
You say that now, but you haven't met Uktar's enforcer, Elliot. No, you're right. I'm sick of the whole business. If Elliot comes looking for me, we'll find a way to deal with him.
There we go. I liked that. Also, just give them the money back when they show up.
That newcomer, Gortash, an archduke.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who'd lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
Are those pickled trotters ready yet?
Sorry for that, buddy.
Why do we need an archduke?
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it. You don't need subtlety to sort these matters out, just persistence. That's what I told Commander Portier, anyway. Commander Portier says she already has some investigators she trusts. Soft-talking namby-pambies, I'd wager. But when they fail, and they will, count on it. She knows where to find Dame Gizarm, Then it'll be my turn.
I wouldn't count on it.
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the Flaming Fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
I mean, for city life, you could consider it a comfy position.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
Drink up, Blas. We're celebrating. If you won't drink with me, I bet this stranger will. Right, stranger?
It's Chloe's favourite, plum prosecco. I'd rather drink almost anything else, frankly.
I'm Clovia Throaks. Pleased to meet you. Our son Gaspar has finally found himself a proper job.
Aye, security at the Steel Watch Foundry. But I still wish he'd taken up the family business.
Now, Blas, you know Gaspar never had the patience for all the stitching a tailor has to do. Sewing rabbit skin cloaks? Well, that's all right for some, I guess, but not for our Gaspar.
No, our Gaspar preferred hanging around the guild hall. I was afraid he was going to end up as a guild bone breaker.
Good thing I introduced him to darling Tamia Holst. She straightened Gaspar out, found him a place in the foundry.
This might lead to something.
Perceptive one, aren't you? Blas, plum bubbles may have gone to my head, but I guess it's time to tell you. I'm leaving you. I'm starting a new life with Tamia. I'm going to sell the business. The money we used to start it was mine in the first place. I'm afraid that's it for Throaks for Cloaks. Oh, dear. The bottle's empty. Let's have another and talk about it.
I think I need to take a walk. In a minute.
What did I just do? Also, I was distracted by this.
Roger Gherkins, realtor.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is.
Oh, there's plenty.
It's been slim picking since the Absolute butchered that supply convoy. But have a look.
Nothing I really care about. It's just, yeah, just food.
Fill your boots, mate.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley. I should get cards printed. Roger Gortash, Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I hear he's moved into the penthouse at Worm's Rock. That place must cost a fortune. Per diem.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
It's a pig I hear in the background. Okay, you said your old stuff back here. Did you actually mean that? Okay. Is it actually a hideout?
Keep me out.
Pardon me, sir. You look prosperous. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewelry at discount price for a good cause. Escape. Escape from Baldur's Gate for my husband and me. Lord Gortash wants Marek's head, so we have to get out. There's a smuggler's sloop leaving for Waterdeep with 2 berths left. But the captain wants a fortune for him. This necklace is all I have.
I mean, why not?
Thank you, sir. You've done me a kindness.
Ruby near the Hots will increase Oliver's courage. Well, on the offhand, it was a magic necklace, but you know, it just helps someone pretty easily.
Thanks again, stranger. Ilmater guide you.
Oh, wait a minute, you're the... I guess... Wait, no, she said the name. Okay, well, no, I guess you're the husband. I'm not gonna think too hard about it.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Oh. Oh, Zimboomba.
Look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Oh, kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
Oh, poor babies. Cool rats. I guess they're downstairs. And I guess the hideout's down here.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Laren, you did not. Is this supposed to be a callback to Candlekeep? One of the tutorial rooms had like a whole bunch of rats in it, and they could just murk you if you're not careful. Oh, this is funny. And, you know what? We get to use our new abilities. Let's try this real quick. Let's do the melee version. Some fate stay blade kinda shiz. Did I just say shiz? Okay, let's just use this. Oh, that was nice. And yeah, that applied to the necrotic. That's nice. Oh, that's actually a pretty good AoE. A whole lot better than the hail that we had beforehand that I had traded out.
I'm heating up.
How do we want to do you? You don't really have AoE. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, I forgot. Gust is more of a big rectangle. I forgot. Hers is specifically Zephyr Break, and that does damage. Ooh.
I speak, they burn.
It is Monday after all.
Don't get too close. The blade will not bend.
Let's try to have a little fun with our new abilities. Circle of Death. Ooh.
Today you fall.
Ooh. That is a good AoE.
No gloom, all doom.
All doom. Are y'all level 1? So that's 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's no way those two cats were going to handle all of this.
You're getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in.
Might be
the mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
Keepsake ring. Dominate Beast. Created by a conglomerate of druids, one moonlit night when all the stirring violins of insects, elms, and whispering winds consorted, and when wild beasts in need of taming prowled unseen. The spell Dominate Beast. Make a beast fight alongside you. Every time the beast takes damage, it makes a wisdom saving throw against your domination. I guess I can hold on to this. That's interesting. Oh, these poor rats. I'm so sorry. I couldn't just talk to you. Y'all just were ready to fight. I won't take the pig stuff. We have so much food at camp.
Let's see what this does.
Good. On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Excuse me? There's clearly a crack right there. Why are you walking the long way around? This is some Hufflepuff shit. I played Hogwarts Legacy and they had something like this, right? Oh.
Psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Really? In here? Are they using this as a camp?
Get Yankee.
Ah.
Blackett has found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts.
Blade at the ready.
Okay, well, before we commit to this,
what to do?
Will, I'm tired of your bullshit.
To camp.
Yeah. You go tell him.
The blade stands at the and just
No. Oh, we're... Oh, because we're in the lower city, so it's all different again. Oh, I'm starting to dig the stonework. Ooh. Moria's coming out at, what is it? The end of October, I think is what I saw. It's gonna be great. Okay.
I've got a lot on my mind.
Probably convince her for a moment. Paladin of Lakith or of Conquest. Frightened enemies within 3 meters take psychic damage. Ooh. That's interesting. Flying strike. When a Githyanki casts fly, their next melee weapon attack deals additional psychic damage. Interesting. Supreme parry. Reduced by 20. Okay. Y'all wanna play it like this? Y'all wanna do it like this? Why am I singing? 'Cause I'm trying to think. Gosh, do we just nuke her right now? Is that what we do?
I'll ever believe this.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, the trek
So
of
we went through
We know.
this.
Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude?
Oh, everyone's too far back, so they're not part of the conversation.
Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore.
I will remember you said that.
Yeah, you should be keenly aware of what I'm planning
That's
to
quite
do.
all right. I was not asking for it. Hataka!
Okay, so we're fighting no matter what.
At the ready. Let's explore. Allow me to demonstrate. Forthwith.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Close ranks.
Lakith is relentless. You handled it well.
Of course I did.
Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon. Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
Respite does wonders.
Please find within our latest intelligence on the city's lockdown and alternative smuggling routes to the upper city. Take note and destroy after reading. Ledger potential investment leads in Kalimshan.
Seems simple enough.
Group operations in Neverwinter. A ledger documenting the dates of every sabotage operation in Neverwinter and the code names of the Knights of the Shield's agents involved. I feel like that's a bit of lore that I'm not aware of. I probably can't talk to any of these corpses.
The corpse has nothing to say.
An Archduke's leadership, Public Works. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke Volunteer Campaign. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be public works to ensure that the city's streets, sewers, docks, and most importantly, its walls and gates are properly maintained. No policy can be more important. Ah yes, the special boots we saw about earlier. Lae'zel, what are your current boots? Acidic surfaces don't affect you. Resistant to acid damage. Not exactly all too useful. But these boots are, and you get a flight out of them, so that's extra damage. Yeah. Utilize that for extra mobility. Oh, you're actually.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oh. Moral decay and benefits. Alright. A lengthy essay on the inevitability of moral decay, the opportunities it presents, and the ways to capitalize upon them. Introduction, chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Morality is not absolute. Why moral decay is not immoral. One man's decline is another man's gain. Those who play and those who make the rules, and then how to win the game. There is no winning the game. Following individuals are a threat to our operations and need to be silenced. Lae'zel of the House of Makar, the House of the Harper House run forth with the putrid request. What? I know of the Cowled Wizards. They're the ones we handled in Shadows of Am. They're the one. What? How do I describe this? The de facto police force, or the Flaming Fist equivalent. They're just mages that kind of run the region. But is Renforth an old name that we should know? Probably not. Maybe hold on to that. Inroads by arms dealer Gortash. 9 Fingers. He follows the reports on the inroads upstart smuggler Enver Gortash has been making on the illicit arms trade in the Chionthra Valley. Though inroads badly understates the case, annexation will be more apt. The former black market leaders, the Knights of the Shield, and, outside the city, the Zentarim have largely been supplanted by Gortash's operation. Illegal arms have never been a major component of the guild's business, but given his apparent ambitions, it would be unwise to assume that Gortash will stop there. He bears watching closely. Bursa Ukhtar. Okay, I don't know those names.
Maybe I need more pockets.
What's that key go to? Don't know.
No traps, please.
Oh.
Light on my feet.
Location of the reserve supplies. Righteous only did not distribute. Buried behind the counting house. Ah. I might forget that. Hoon Mausoleum key. Embroidered hats. Order 251 tether. This document serves as an official order from the Knights of the Shield to undertake a critical mission in Tether. The success of this mission depends on your ability to execute your duties with utmost precision, discretion, and loyalty to the Knights of the Shield. The primary objective is to gather intelligence on rumors of an uprising in the courts of Queen Rendarn and Daramar, Tether. The purpose of this intelligence would be the safeguarding of our trade relationship in the region. Note, meet with the members of the Order of the Silver Chalice at your discretion, but beware that allegiances may not be as they appear. I don't really have knowledge of that region like I should. The Shield of Sylvan. As the Red has to watch, it's becoming more and more difficult to have eyes on what's going on in the city. Hear me out. What if we make a play to reclaim the Shield of Sylvan? It can keep a beholder at bay. Surely you can do something to get around those damn scrying eyes. Oh, I forgot to inspect the beholder inside of the tavern.
That might be worth a look.
You saw it. What? I guess I took too long getting there. But no, you saw it and nothing lit up. That's annoying. I don't see anything on the walls.
That's curious.
There we go. That proves that it bugged out last time despite it succeeding.
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you.
Unique shell?
A shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality. My old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be, and so appearances matter.
Cerebral Citadel armor. You can't be frightened. Illithid protection. If the wearer is infested by a mind flared tadpole, they gain +1 to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, disadvantage on stealth checks. This is a rare 18 heavy armor. Is the proper word morbid curiosity? Cerebral Citadel gloves. Illithid euphoria. Charm or frighten a creature to gain 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws. That could go to Lae'zel. What's your current gloves? Advantage on when surrounded. Okay. That's too valuable. I'll have to figure out the gloves later. What does this look like? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I actually kind of like that. I hope I can recolor it, but I kind of like it. Notes on mind flare anatomy. Insights gleaned from research. Mind flayers must consume the brains of humanoids in order to stay alive. It is said that the act of devouring a humanoid brain results in a state of euphoria and contributes to the thin glaze of mucus that coats the mind flayer's skin. Some researchers go so far as to claim that it is possible to deduce how recently another mind flayer fed, and indeed the health of its victims, from the viscosity of that mucus. Haven't we read this exact book somewhere else before? Little is known about what a mind flayer's brain contains. Some have argued that their skulls are filled with eggs that will later become the tadpoles with which they enthrall the victims. Others propose that the brain is in fact a cluster of pure cerebral nerves. Since mind flayers procreate by tadpoling humanoids, they technically have no need for genitals. But I have been unable to verify this in the absence of any written record. Well, if you romance the Emperor, I think you can probably find out. Butterfork?
Something else.
My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
What do you mean the set? It's a lone fork.
There she is, in all her glory. Jubelin Stelmane, my old partner.
What would have been if you hadn't changed, USOB? I'm still upset about this. Sword of the Emperor.
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it.
What do you mean, what's that? Oh, I bet last time this is what we somehow identified, but not that. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. But also, just now, what do you mean, what's that? What did you see? Okay. Oh, I'm actually holding it. I don't like that. Sword of the Emperor. This is a versatile weapon. Shape-shifting Slayer. This weapon deals additional 1d4 damage against shapeshifters or polymorphed creatures. The wielder has a +2 bonus to saving throws against spells. It is a +2. There's a graceful swarthiness to this sword. The inscription in the steel reads, "My eye wanders far from home, to the shores of distant Ankara." So many of these two-handers just don't look unique despite what they supposedly are. But base damage is that low though, and only as a 1d4 extra to polymorph as a +2. That's not a good weapon.
The chains I use to bind my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
Right.
Something over there.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now.
I mean, you could have been working on an alternative like the guy at the Myconid village.
That might be worth a look.
Maybe not.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
Is that it for the reminiscing? Did I find everything? I think perhaps I did. There's more.
Let's have a look.
Larian. We've talked about this. What is with the pathing? Why am I coming over here to open this? And then we leave and go to the left one, and that seems correct. Nothing wrong with being thorough. I don't like how there's a hatch in this already hidden area. Lower city sewers. Oh.
Here goes nothing.
One of those keys opens this. Oh, I'm not ready for that. I am not ready for that. I'm not even gonna like explore this room. I'm not ready for that. And I could have swore I saw when I was doing the button to see items. I swear I saw a dog collar somewhere. Yeah, where's that?
Don't mind if I do.
It acknowledged the grab. Where is it? Oh, it was up there.
My poor four-legged friend. Their lives are so brief, so simple, and yet full.
Don't you say another word, you bastard. Okay, for up here. I think we are done. This episode has indeed gone on long, and it ended with me being happier than the episode began with that all the damn bugs. But still, this was a relatively nice turn, and I do like this hideaway. I do like this architecture. I just love the stone. So until next time, everyone, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, stay safe out there.